Hey guys, Jared here, Magnetic Men's Club. Hope everyone's doing well. In this video, I want to talk to you about charisma. Now, that word's always been odd to me because until I started getting into coaching, until I started getting into this type of industry, that word, it's sort of foreign. It's kind of like, endoplasmic reticulitis. Like, it sounds really cool, but I don't know what it is. I can't put an image or I can't put anything to it. So I want to change the word or the definition of charisma to really enthusiasm. You probably have more charisma than you think you do. You just don't know what the word is. And so the definition of charisma that I kind of try to dumb down more for me than anyone is just, it's a value exchange of your enthusiasm or your positive energy from yourself to someone else. That's really what charisma is. How many times have you been in a room and somebody walked in and they just kind of owned the room? It's sort of like all the air they sort of just taken. That's somebody that has a very powerful presence about them. They have what's called charisma. You're not exactly sure what type of charisma they have at this point, but there's something different about this person. And in this video, I'm going to talk to you, there's generally 4 types of charisma, and each one of those types share 3 elements. Sort of think about wearing clothes. You wear a shirt, you wear pants, and you wear shoes. And so on each of these types of charisma, there's these 3 elements that you want to bring in to this type of charisma that you have. Chances are you have one of these 4, and you might even have all 4. So I want to talk to you about what charisma is, the 4 different types, the elements of them, and really the why. Why is it important for somebody to develop these skills? Nobody's really born with charisma. People are born with maybe certain attributes of charisma, but it is a skill set that needs to be learned. And the reason for me why I think it's important is because it helps pull people to you. Being charismatic helps pull people into your orbit. They want to know more about you. You have this certain vibe, this certain energy about you, and they want to know more. Also, being very charismatic, people tend to listen to you. Now, you might not have the greatest ideas about a certain subject, but they're more apt to listening to you. I often think somebody with charisma, it's not so much what they say, it's how they say it. It's phrases that they say. And it's just their way they use their body language, the way they smile, the way they stare at you, the questions that they ask. All of these things are definitely a skill set. And so the very first form of charisma, and this might be you, is authority. Basically, you're just really good at something. Maybe it's in your job, maybe it's in your business, maybe you're a personal trainer and you know how to get somebody who's overweight, and you just really know your stuff. That's authority charisma. You're the go-to person. You're the guru, if you want to call it. You're the guy or the girl who everybody goes to when there's a problem. That's authority charisma, and a lot of people have it. You're a leader in your industry. You're that go-to person. One side note with authority charisma is you want to be careful because you don't want to be so know-it-all, like you know your industry so well that you're not open to new ideas or new things that come into your industry. I always think about Kodak. Now, Rochester, New York isn't too far from me. That used to be the headquarters for Kodak, and they're still up there, but they used to be the world's leader in cameras. All things cameras, whether it was film, the camera itself, processing, all of that. They were the world's leader. And then all of a sudden digital came along and they didn't keep up with the times. This is the downfall with authority charisma. The CEOs, their way of being is digital. That's people aren't going to want pictures on their phones. That's just dumb. They're going to want a nice paper copy of this photo, and they didn't see it coming. And literally, probably within a decade, they were completely gone. They just don't really exist anymore. So you want to be careful in your industry. If you are the go-to person, if you are that person, you want to be open to new ideas. You want to be receptive of new things that are coming into your industry. So that's authority charisma. And again, if this resonates with you, then that's the type of charisma that resonates with you the most. The next one is focus charisma. You might be too young to remember this person, maybe you're not, but think of, like, a lot of presidents have this, but Bill Clinton was really a person I noticed about this when I started reading and studying this. The ability for him to make other people feel like they're the only ones in the room. The way he stares, the way he shakes hands, the way he just makes you feel like there's nobody else in this room when there could be thousands of people. It's two-part. It's active listening. It's really listening to somebody, watching their body language, listening to understand, not listening to speak. And then it's about eye contact. You're not looking all in the room. You're really looking at this person and you're focusing solely on what they're saying. People love that. People love to feel heard. People love to feel like their ideas matter. People love just having that feeling of, wow, I'm really the only person he's talking to right now. That's focus charisma. And it's a very powerful tool. If you have this in spades right now, generally you're probably good in sales, or you lean more towards industries where you're selling, because you have that ability to make people or pull things out of people without really asking them, and they feel safe with you. So you can make sales generally easy. So focus charisma is something that's very important to learn. Now, with focus charisma, there's number 3. And this is just kindness charisma. Have you ever met somebody, you just like them for no reason? They make you feel warm inside. They make you feel special. They make you feel like at ease and very comfortable around them. To me, it is a skill set, but this is something some people are just born with. They have this way about them that they can just walk into a room and everybody likes them. This is kindness charisma, and it's very important. Again, if you already have this, then this is probably, to me, one of the rarest ones, and also probably the most important one, because everybody just wants to feel at ease. We all kind of feel like when we meet somebody new, our walls come up. We don't know why are they trying to sell us something? Are they trying to hurt us? Are they trying to pitch us on an idea? People don't really want to feel like that. So if you have this ability just to walk into a room or just talk to somebody and their walls come completely down, they're like, you know what, I really like this guy, I really like this girl, there's just something about them, then you have kindness charisma. And the last one, I'm going to name 3 people: Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, Richard Branson. These people all share one kind. They're very visionary. They have visionary charisma. They have this ability to look at a gap in an industry and not just fix the gap, completely change it. Steve Jobs, perfect. He wanted to develop a device that you could make phone calls on, you could text, and you could go on the internet. That's what he wanted to do. And then he developed the iPhone. He didn't know how all this technology would work. He didn't know how to do it. He just visioned that it was going to happen. And then he built a team around it, and they all bought into it, and then they eventually got it created and put to market. Elon Musk. I'm going to make the world's largest electric car company. He doesn't know anything about electric cars. He doesn't know anything about how to build and compete in the auto world. Yet, he had vision. He had this massive idea, and other people bought into it, and they created literally the world's largest automaker, not even in electric cars. He surpassed the top 3 automakers in the world in value. Richard Branson's another one. The reason why I like Richard Branson is not only he's a billionaire, he probably actually has all 4 of these types of charisma. He's not afraid to fail. He set out to make Virgin Cola the #1 cola company in the world. He was dead set on beating Pepsi, dead set on beating Coke, and it just failed. He didn't bitch about it. He put a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of money into it, and he shrugged it off. He goes, oh, some things work, some things don't. But he had the vision. And that same vision, he created Virgin Mobile, he created an airline, he created all these amazing companies. So this idea that they have this ability to just look past the current market, look past the deficiencies in the market, and then create something completely amazing. That's visionary charisma. Now, each one of these 4 share 3 common elements. Again, think about putting on a shirt, putting on a pair of pants, and putting on a pair of shoes. In each of these, this is what you would need in order to have any of this type of charisma. And the very first one in the elements of all these is presence. Every one of these types of charisma, there's a presence about you, this full attention that people get. Maybe again, in your focus, if you're really good at focusing on people, you're giving them the full attention. You're giving them that space to become who they are, to bring out their ideas. You have massive presence about you. That's your shirt. Your pants are your power. There's power about you, and this is the idea of you're creating a positive impact on everybody around you. They feel you. They feel your sincerity. They feel like this power that they have, and it gives them permission to be powerful as well. You're not belittling people. You're not bringing people down. You're not cutting people down only to raise yourself up. These are your pants. So you have presence, you have power, and then your shoes are your warmth. This is that idea to make other people feel safe around you, comfortable around you. This is a very powerful thing if you can combine these 3 elements into any of these 4 or more traits that you need to kind of bring out in yourself. If you have authority, charisma, part of your presence is giving somebody your full attention. Maybe they have a new idea that you haven't thought about. You're accepting of that new idea. You're asking questions. You're leaving it open for them to maybe you have a challenging question. They're going to come back to you, but you're not shooting them down. You have this, you're giving them your full attention. And then you have your pants, which is your power. You're allowing them, by giving your full attention, to have a positive impact. Again, you're not belittling anybody. You're not cutting them down. You're not saying, oh, I'm the authority. That's something stupid. Well, you just cut this person down, and he or she may have just trying to work through a situation that they thought could help. And then you have the warmth. They feel safe around you. They feel safe to come up to you and ask you a question. They feel comfortable to come up and ask you a question. Having charisma, or again, that definition, that enthusiasm, or that positive exchange of positive vibes, positive mental attitude from yourself to other people, is a very powerful skill set that you should look into more, because it doesn't even help you just in your personal life. It helps you in your business life. It can help you in your marriage. It can help you with your kids. It can help you become a more well-rounded person, because everybody wants to feel like they belong to something. Nobody wants to feel repelled by other people. And sadly, a lot of people have that energy about them. They're just too caught up in their heads. They're just too caught up in their emotions. And once somebody like this comes in and they enter a room, people just look. People just are like, what the hell's up with this guy? This guy is just, he's talking to other people. He's smiling. He has open body language. He's not closed off. There's just something about him. Everybody gravitates towards him or her. That's charisma. And this is something that we've gotten some speed courses on our website. You can go to www.magneticmenclub.com. Take a look at that. We do have an app coming out that has a bunch of free content on charisma and how you can actually start implementing these things in baby steps. So I invite you to take a look at that. Go to our website and look into those. Book a discovery call with us if this is something that you're struggling in, or maybe you're struggling in an area in business. It could be focused around the idea of charisma and getting other people to buy into you just with your presence. This is where I want you to be. As a magnetic men, we want guys to level themselves up in a way where other people come into your orbit. You don't want to go into their orbit. You want them to be pulled into yours. And charisma, or having charisma, practicing these skill sets is the best way to do that. If you have any questions, or leave a comment down below. My name is Jared Schoonmaker. This is Magnetic Men's Club. Please hit like. There's a ton of people that watch my content, and I love you all, but you're not subscribed yet. Help out the algorithm, help my channel grow. Just subscribe, leave a comment, and then the bell icon so when you know when new videos are being downloaded, whatever the hell they're called. With that, have a good day. We'll talk soon.